I say this in an endearing way. The two things you can't stand about Boston are Brad Marchand and Jack Edwards.
I'm not a believer in the Boston Bruins this year. And as good as their record is, I think they're extremely well coached and they play an extremely good team game. They're not anywhere near as deep as a lot of the teams in the East.
Borje Salming was in a golf cart with somebody, and then it ended up that the golf cart flipped, whatever, and somehow Randy Carlyle got 30, 40 stitches and actually was out of the lineup for weeks. So Randy Carlyle told me the story that yes, he was in the golf cart with Borje. He said alcohol was not involved, but I'm sure maybe a libation or two had been consumed, but whatever. But he goes, Borje's going 100 miles an hour like he does everything. He's going stupid fast. So they hit from the path, they hit all of a sudden like grass or different turf. So the cart started to flip. And Randy, when he went out, he scraped his leg, got 40 stitches.
Supposedly, David Kampf's name's out there. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I think they're open to dealing David Kampf, which makes a lot of sense. But it also goes back to, like, why in the hell did you give him that contract? The same conversation for Sam Lafferty. It's like, if you're trying to rectify mistakes you made 3 months ago now, like, it's scary. What did you make of that whole thing? Is it justified that people are pissed off about this?
You know what? I mean, people in Toronto get pissed off about everything. But
Toronto is hockey's team. It's one I think has the biggest fan base. It's talked about the most. I hear from all my buddies every year. What's right, what's wrong with the team, everything. And then getting a chance to play there was incredible.
And you're talking to one guy who, thought was going to be in charge, and we all did. And then things changed, and then Tree came in and had some good conversations with them too. And in reality, I mean, they're tight against the cap, and business side of things unfortunately kind of came into it.
I'm actually staying relatively optimistic. Like, I rather it happen now. I'm right there with you. It's so unfortunate because to me, that's the big story of last night's game is the fact that they win and they didn't play well. And Joseph Woll was incredible. Like, how many odd man rushes do you want to give the opposition? That's my question. The terrible line changes, the breakaway saves. Like, this guy was insanely good.
I don't know. People are going to say, oh, it's a small sample size. Come on, relax. But that's my point with this thing. The small sample size, the amount of time he's had to impress and the amount of things he's done in that time is why I feel it's such a loss, is why it's devastating, because this guy's trajectory was so steep.
And do you want to know his numbers in the AHL so far? They're great. They're great.
Are they?
5 games. He's 2-1-1. A 3.37 and an 870 save percentage. Martin fucking Jones.
Yeah.
Connor McDavid could become a free agent. Can you imagine what those sweepstakes would look like in this country, at least?
No. Be big.
It would be bedlam, dude.
Amazing. What do you think the chances are Ohtani coming to Toronto or McDavid ended up in Toronto?
I think there's a better chance McDavid comes to Toronto because he's a local product.